Sega, a titan of the gaming industry, once held the world in its pixelated grip, only to stumble from one catastrophic blunder to another. Born in the golden age of arcades, Sega quickly rose to prominence with its innovative games and cutting-edge technology. It was a time when the blue blur, Sonic, was as iconic as the red-hatted plumber, Mario, and Sega was the name on every gamer's lips. The company's dominance, however, was not destined to last. As the gaming industry grew, so did the complexity of the market and the competition. And Sega, despite its early success, was not immune to these challenges. The Sega Saturn, introduced as a pioneering console, became the first major misstep. The console was launched prematurely, catching retailers and customers off guard and leaving them confused. The Sega Saturn's premature launch not only confused retailers and customers, but also set the stage for a series of missteps that would eventually lead to Sega's downfall. Following the Saturn debacle, Sega, in a show of overconfidence, decided to take on the biggest player in the gaming industry, Sony's PlayStation. This decision was not just bold, but some might say, reckless. Sega, still reeling from the Saturn's failure, chose to go head-to-head with a console that was already well established and beloved by gamers worldwide. At this point, Sega's reputation was already shaky. Developers were hesitant to invest their resources in a company that had just stumbled spectacularly. Consumers, on the other hand, were wary. They were still smarting from the disappointment of the Saturn and were not ready to trust Sega again so quickly. The decision to compete with PlayStation only served to further alienate these two critical groups. In the end, Sega's audacious move didn't pay off. Their overconfidence led to a loss of precious relationships with developers and gamers alike. Sega's overconfidence not only cost them their loyal fan base, but also left them financially drained and vulnerable. With dwindling finances and a damaged reputation, Sega decided to stake everything on their new console, the Dreamcast. The Dreamcast was a beacon of innovation, boasting features that were ahead of its time. It was the first console to have a built-in modem for online gameplay, and its unique controller with a visual memory unit was nothing short of revolutionary. The console made a splash, initially garnering success and positive reception. However, the Dreamcast's shining moment was short-lived. Despite the console's advanced features, it suffered from a lack of third-party support, which significantly limited its game library. Furthermore, the arrival of Sony's PlayStation 2, a formidable competitor with an extensive array of games and DVD playback capabilities, outshone the Dreamcast. Sega's gamble didn't pay off. The Dreamcast's sales plummeted, and it was discontinued just 2 years after its launch. The Dreamcast, despite its potential, became another nail in Sega's coffin, marking the end of their console production. Despite the series of blunders, Sega managed to pivot, focusing on game development and creating iconic franchises. This pivot was a crucial turning point, marking Sega's transition from a struggling console producer to a respected game developer. Sega's newfound focus on game development gave birth to a legion of successful franchises. Sonic the Hedgehog, for instance, raced into the hearts of gamers worldwide, becoming a symbol of Sega's resilience and creativity. The Blue Blur's high-speed adventures offered a unique gaming experience, establishing Sonic as a household name in the gaming world. Then came the Yakuza series, a gritty narrative-driven game that offered players a deep dive into Japan's criminal underworld. The game's rich storyline and immersive gameplay further solidified Sega's reputation as a formidable game developer. Sega's journey is a stark reminder of the pitfalls of overconfidence and the importance of understanding the market dynamics. It's a testament to the fact that success often lies in one's ability to adapt, innovate, and learn from past mistakes. Sega's story is a fascinating tale of triumph, mistakes, and redemption. Let's take a moment to reflect on this roller coaster journey. One of Sega's key mistakes was the premature launch of Sega Saturn. The rush to market unfortunately backfired, leading to a less than stellar reception. Then, there was the overconfidence in taking on PlayStation, a titan in the gaming industry. Sega's misplaced confidence led to a series of missteps and lost opportunities. And who could forget the Dreamcast Disaster, a promising console that was ultimately doomed by poor timing and competition. But even in the face of these challenges, Sega managed to find its footing. The company learned valuable lessons from its mistakes and used them as stepping stones towards redemption. Sega's story reminds us that failure is not the end. It's simply a detour on the road to success. In the end, Sega's story serves as a timeless lesson for the gaming industry, reminding us that even giants can fall, but they can also rise again.